What's up, everyone? Victoria here with PopCulture.com with another episode of Pop Culture at Home. And today I'm joined by celebrity chef Burrell. Well, hello. How are you?
Well, hi, how are you? I'm feeling cheesy today.
I can tell. And I love that you're feeling cheesy because I'm cheesy all the time and I love cheese. So I'm down for that.
Years. I got it from Chester Cheeto, but I always say it's not easy being cheesy, but I do it so well.
Hey, listen, they picked a perfect person. You have a lot going on that I'm very excited to talk about, a lot of deliciousness happening. But really quick, I want to check in on you and just see how you're doing. This has been such a wild year for everyone. How are you?
I am actually doing really well. Like when we quarantined with my family upstate for 6 months, which was, like it started off a little rocky when you moved back in with your family that you've not lived with for a long time.
Yes.
But I mean, I really just came out of the whole thing being like, oh my gosh, how amazing. I would have never gotten to spend 6 months with my family and my mom. And, I always I'm like, I was actually sad to leave when we did. So,
Yeah.
And then I came back to the city to start working again. And, it's just masks and COVID testing and all that kind of stuff are just the new normal. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's just get on with it.
I know, right? Preach it, sister. Also very exciting. You got engaged. Congratulations. Are you just beaming with happiness?
I mean, it was very exciting. It was, I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm 51. I never would have thought in a million years, like I would be thinking about planning a wedding at this stage of my life. But I'm like, all right, here we are. Hooray.
You know what? You are such a perfect example to women everywhere to like not feel so rushed. There's so much pressure to get things done by a certain time. And it's like, why do we have to have that like that?
I don't know either. And I have to say, like, I think even if I'd met my fiance a year before I actually met him, I don't think I would have been personally ready. Mm-hmm. Like, I had stuff to do in my life before I could commit to a partnership with someone else, like I was like, I've got things I need to do. And I mean, like, I feel like I have had like this great fun life, like career and stuff and all that kind of stuff. And now it's not that is gone. It's that I'm ready to start a new chapter. And I don't feel like I've missed out on anything in my life.
Oh, I love hearing that. That makes me so happy for you. Before we get to all the Cheetos there, because you have so many Cheetos products and they look so delicious. They're making me hungry. I still want to talk a little bit about the engagement really quick. Is it true that you guys met on Bumble?
Yes, we did. We met on Bumble.
You hope everywhere. Oh my God.
It's funny because yes, I did. We did meet on Bumble. Because I was like, I'm going to put myself out there, like, and like I worked at it, because I was like, all right, I feel like this is the time in my life when I'm ready to be in a relationship. And so I had a lot of fun doing it because was like, you don't have to meet every person that you talk to. I talked to a lot of people that I never would have met otherwise. There were a couple of people that I met up with that there was zero chemistry that I'm friends with now. Like, I mean, to me, it was a really kind of fun experience.
Oh my God. Did you have any like hesitancy at all? Like, hey, like I'm kind of in the public eye. Should I be doing this? Or were you just like, I'm going to put myself out there and see what happens?
Yes, it was that. I was like, I'm in this for the adventure. And, I know if I don't put myself out there 100%, like then I'll get nothing back from it. So I went into it with just like, let's just see what this is about. Let's have some fun. Let's not take it too seriously. And we'll see where it goes.
Oh my God.
There were some people that were like, oh my God, is this really Burrell? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, do you think I would catfish you? Like, what? I don't understand the point of catfishing anyway. Like, what's time for that?
People are bored with their time. That's what it is. Well, congratulations to you. You are giving us hope with the whole just waiting until your 50s, but also just like finding love online. I personally have never had success with this. So you're giving me hope today. You're amazing.
Yay. Well, let me know how it goes.
I know. I'll have to keep in touch. Okay, so
I think you won't have a problem.
oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are just, girl, so many positive vibes today. You partnered with Cheetos and PepsiCo once again for something absolutely delicious and magnificent. Give us the details on why this was a must for you.
So I worked with PepsiCo over the last few years on a couple of different projects. I started off doing a game day grub match, which was around Super Bowl time. That was really fun. And that's kind of where, I think the jumping off point for all of these recipes and things for me was where I was like, it was a contest between cooks to see how they could use all of the ingredients under the PepsiCo umbrella, which is a huge pantry. Like what would they do to make game day dishes? And then I'm like, what would I do? And then the Cheetos pop-up restaurant came around and I was like, all right, I'm ready for this because I've been thinking about this for years. And so that went really well. And I think it sort of started like a whole movement that PepsiCo was like, wait a minute, we can cook with all of these snack foods in like regular kind of food. And so they put everything together in a website now called moresmileswitheverybite.com. And it is a hub for all of these kind of recipes that incorporate all Cheetos, of course, but all kinds of different snack foods that there's recipes for holidays, there's recipe for like a Tuesday night dinner, but it's a whole website about it.
Well, and I think people need more creativity right now because people are being forced to stay home more and cook more. And for, maybe those people who don't like to cook or don't even know where to start, that's a really great opportunity for them to incorporate some delicious Cheetos into some
1,000%. It's like food these days is sort of the entertainment because people aren't going out as much and all that kind of stuff. So they're staying home and using food as the main attraction and cooking, which I think is just so great because it gets the whole family involved, like that kind of stuff. And if kids can get involved and feel comfortable in the kitchen from a young age, it gives them a life skill,
absolutely.
We've seen people on The Worst Cooks in America that have missed that life skill lesson. But it's just nice family time and, whatever your family looks like, whether it's, like Friendsgiving or whatever, it's just to bring people together. I mean, food to me is the only truly universal language.
What is have you been able to look at some of these recipes? If so, what's your favorite one that maybe fans can anticipate?
Well, I mean, there is Chester Cheeto has just published his first cookbook, and it's called Bon Appetito. So it's a holiday cookbook of Chester and friends, and I'm like, I get to be one of Chester's friends. So a couple of my recipes from the pop-up restaurant are included in that cookbook. So we have the dangerously cheesy mac and Cheetos. So it's macaroni and cheese and bacon and Cheetos. Like, hello.
Oh my God.
Like, what's not to love there? I mean, and you can eat that and not get the orange fingers. Right?
That's a big one, okay? Because then there's dedication. You either got to lick or wash. And right now, because of COVID, are we really licking? No, we're washing. And
right. I know. So here you get the best of both worlds. And then there are Cheeto crusted fried green tomatoes with a spot of salad. So it's the fried green tomatoes are crusted in Cheetos. There is an arugula pesto that has Cheetos in it as well. And the whole thing is topped with a little salad of charred corn and arugula, and cherry tomatoes and cucumbers. It's really yummy. Like creative ways to use these kind of things that are a little bit outside the box, which are so fun.
I think what I love most about this is how they're actually incorporating Cheetos into the recipes.
Yes, exactly. That was like when I did the Cheetos pop-up, I was like, all right, how can I make real food with Cheetos in it, not making the Cheetos you know what I mean? It was like the food needs to be just as good as it would be if it was regular food. It can't be just like, oh, that's pretty good, but it has Cheetos in it. It has to be like delicious food with Cheetos.
Yes.
So that's why I wanted to use them in the Cheetos in like a really smart way. But the other exciting, wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. The other super exciting thing is that you can find Bon Appetitos on Cheetos.com. If you go to Cheetos.com, you can, if you make a minimum $35 donation to World Central Kitchen, that cookbook is yours while supplies last. But so it's like, you get a great cookbook that has lots of fun recipes from lots of different chefs, Chester's other chef friends. And you are doing something good by donating to the World Central Kitchen, which is something that people desperately need right now.
Yes,
so
we need that more than ever.
Good things.
Oh my God, we love that. Okay, I got 2 quick last questions for you. Do you ever get sick of cooking? Like, I think we all kind of hit like a wall of like, I'm kind of over cooking, and we all think that we can be a fabulous chef like yourself, where we can actually like make delicious, cool foods. But do you ever get just sick of cooking?
Sure. I mean, sometimes I just am like, I don't feel like cooking tonight. Like if I've been on set or something all day, it's not like I come home and start making dinner. I forget it. And these days I'm like, all right, I feel like it's almost my duty to order out to try to keep restaurants in business or that kind of stuff. So, I love what I do so very much. I love to cook, but sometimes I just don't feel like cooking every single day.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, I just want to come home and heat something up and call it a day. And you're staying very busy. What's next for you? I know that 2020, everything's kind of all up in the air right now, but what's next for you? I know you're planning a wedding.
I am definitely planning a wedding. There are some new worst cooks on the horizon. So I think just after the first of the year, we should be looking for a new season of that. It's very exciting. And then, lots of other projects with the Food Network and things like that.
Oh, amazing. Well, Anne, you're so beautiful. You're so talented. We absolutely love you. Congratulations on getting engaged. I'm so thrilled for you.
Thank you, Doll. This has been just so delightful to talk to you. You're like a ray of sunshine today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, so are you. Everyone, for more on Anne Burrell and your other favorite celebrities, make sure you keep it right here at PopCulture.com.